Asia, our family structure is vital in providing security during our retirement. However, a critical trend that has started to affect retirement in Asia is the region's shrinking family size. Take these 4 markets in Asia as an example. These numbers have been dropping in all except Indonesia. This structural change in the family unit has a tangible impact on how we prepare for retirement, and it will also affect the quality of our life during retirement. First, Asia has a deep-rooted culture of the younger generation providing for their parents. And it is also the region with the lowest elderly population living in isolation.
Smaller families mean that there are fewer people to look after and provide for the elderly at home. In the past, 2 siblings could provide for their parents, but now there is only 1 single child to do so, or in some cases there are none. This makes retirement more difficult.
The second way a shrinking family size affects retirement relates to the rising cost of living. A simple example, women are increasingly pushing back family plans to pursue their careers. A study in Malaysia indicates that more than 1 in every 10 married women aged 40 and above has a child aged 7 or below. Many women in retirement support a child who is still in school or just entering the workforce. In many cases, inadequate planning has resulted in the elderly working longer years before retirement. In Hong Kong, for instance, the elderly workforce has grown by 137% over the past decade.
We all wish for a retirement life that put our minds at ease. To plan for the optimal retirement solution, we will need to look at family structure and the culture of where we live and work. We may think the same thing applies everywhere, but the world is not like that. There are cultural nuances across locations.
For instance, in Hong Kong, there are fewer children living with their parents than in Malaysia, and so the elderly's daily expenses, especially for medical and personal care, are higher. But even in Indonesia and Malaysia, where families are bigger, inadequate pension coverage and social welfare support have compromised retirement planning. Another study in 2022 points out that civil servants in Indonesia need a return on investment of at least 9% per annum for earnings saved at work to ensure a standard of living that meets expectations. And the same rate applies even during retirement. In Taiwan, 4 in every 10 people aged 65 or above source their main income from their children or grandchildren.
So, to plan for a future financially, one must diversify income sources. We have to do away with the traditional concept of retirement income. Children may be one of the sources, but there are others. You may say, look, we still have our pension funds and government welfare to support us. Indeed, in different parts of the world, there may be various kinds of social welfare for the elderly. But with inflation and an uncertain economic environment, these 2 are simply not enough to provide an enjoyable retirement. We should plan ahead and set up an independent investment portfolio dedicated to elderly savings. It is also advisable to create new income streams to offset the depreciation brought by inflation, like diversifying assets and leveraging dividend-distributing investment vehicles. If you would like to reduce economic dependence on the next generation, you may consider annuity to create income after retirement.
Find out about your financial gap with our online investment platform. Set goals and develop a comprehensive investment portfolio for retirement.